Someone break into Hollywood HQ and steal all their waxing supplies. If men don't start having hair in movies again soon, I'm going to start egging houses. What about women? I'm a gay man and I'm horny. This ain't about misogyny and racism and body policing, that's for another post with important political points. This is about wanting to gnaw on Mark Ruffalo's forearms like a Rottweiler with some rawhide. People on Twitter will be like, if you had a trampoline or treehouse in your backyard as a kid, you have generational wealth. The wealth in question. So the pharmacy made up some bullcrap and said the insurance company denied my meds, and then the insurance company said other pharmacy never even contacted us about meds, and it turns out the pharmacy didn't think I had insurance, so they just didn't do anything with my prescriptions that were called in today, and I was like, I'll deal with it tomorrow, I don't need my antidepressants like right this minute anyway. And before I could get that out, my mom was freaking on a conference call with the insurance company and the pharmacy like, where is my child's medications? Every time I open my inbox I see that ask where an anon tried to call me the F-slur, but misspelled it horribly, and I laugh every time. I don't have the heart to delete it. Anonymous said, fagger. All aboard, climate change agenda, one way only, socialism, communism, cat boys. Saddest story in the world. Baby boy woke up by work alarms, literally sobbing and quaking and throwing up RN. And the Grammy goes to Lo-fi hip hop anime chill beats to study and relax to. Damn, this animal smells like kush. Hey, does anyone have tomato juice? Did you get sprayed by a skunk? I don't know what a skunk is, but this gay rat made me smell like crap. The most fricked up fictional universe is all those mouse movies where mice have a secret society underneath human society where they're fighting mouse versions of the same wars and have the same religious oppression and each have a human version of themselves. Why does Mouse Victoria in London have a military campaign in Mouse Afghanistan and the Great Mouse Detective? What does Mouse England gain from the continued occupation of Mouse Afghanistan? Mouse opium. Discovering a new species as a biologist, scuba diver, astronaut, surgeon. Honestly, the queue and schedule post options on Tumblr are extremely underrated. No other major social networking site has the ability to do that with the same ease as Tumblr does, and we've had them for like a decade now. They're fantastic features and Tumblr doesn't get enough credit for having them. I'm actually willing to assert that Tumblr actually has some of the best site functionality, queue schedule system, tagging that doesn't interfere with the actual content of posts, the ask inbox system, ability to make likes following lists private, ability to reblog posts multiple times, the keep reading feature, ability to easily post different media. RFRIK Tumblr is the only social media site that lets you post audio without it being a video. Dash is always in reverse chronological order. Always reblog the bog hogs. Source, TripAdvisor. They are the trip advisors and they will lead you safely through the bog. I love hand cranked machine guns cause it's like Jack in the Box but it kills people. Memes that will never not be funny. 1. Lost JPEG. 2. Jeb winning elections. 3. Doing it to M. You know Jeb had to do it to America. I can't believe all of these memes had a hot nasty three-way and created this image. When your client wants to trauma dump first session. A guy walks into a bar, sits at a table and orders a beer. He then proceeds to pull out hundreds of pink Valentine's Day cards, write inside them, and stamp them with love stamps. He then pulls out a bottle of expensive perfume and spritzes each envelope. The bartender finally can't contain his curiosity and approaches the man. You must have 500 or more cards there. The bartender says, I've got to admit I'm curious what you're doing. Oh. Every year at Valentine's Day I send out 500 cards, each one signed guess who. The guy says, but why? The bartender asks, I'm a divorce lawyer. The guy replies, Jeff, changed your URL. Oh, These are literally the only two kinds of horse out there, I swear to god. Oh my god, I thought that was a man in a monkey suit. I forgot people are legit attracted to anime boys, and I saw someone say look at him, you'll need to appreciate him more, like girl, he's lines. Truly hate this. Slimmer, you are blasting cum all over the place. We are in public. I refuse to apologize for being weird or off-putting. Actually, that's your problem. I'm having a fantastic time. I don't frig with that Buzz Lightyear movie design. I'm low-key afraid of him. The vibe is serial killer. It's man who stares too long and too intently at the gas station. It's giving Sundown Town. It's this guy was at the Capitol. He looks like you took a racist cop and turned the middle of his face into a baby, and then polished his face with a silk handkerchief for a long time. When I see radfems clutching their pearls about the term MILF, I'm baffled. People are going to find women Shreksy and want to have Shreks with them, recreating the idea of the Shreksist women. To be 38 instead of 18 is a good thing. I personally hate the fetishization of virginity, and MILFdom gets around that. We should be clowning as hard as possible on 40-year-old men who are no longer attracted to their wives after they gave birth 3 times. Long live MILF mania. Texas, but Fremantle is Austin and Broome is that town from Friday Night Lights. Florida, Cross Gators. This should be obvious. Alabama, except for SEQLD, which is Louisiana. It's still bat crap crazy, but it's fancier. Ohio, Idaho, and Iowa all in one. All boring. New Mexico, New York, California, New Jersey. It's a toilet. Guam, Oregon, Australia explained for Americans. I didn't create this masterpiece. It is accurate. Petition to remove the D from Wednesday. Your smug self-assuredness is revolting. I think we need to validate self-confidence more, lest you end up angry at others for having even a sliver of it. I did nothing wrong, and I have a heart of gold. I think this message is extremely valid, but also OP has implied wanting to set off the Yellowstone supervolcano, so what's the truth? I want to set it off. Remember those days when you missed school and you check the time and think they are eating right now? Tom Brady, I've never eaten a strawberry in my life. Tom Brady says he's never taken a sip of coffee, not even Dunkin'. They lock Tom Brady in a room and only let him out to do football, or he could just be an introvert. I've only had a strawberry once, and I'm not interested in recreational stimulants. I'm sorry I keep reblogging this over and over, but I have been thinking about this comment all day. You'll ever just suddenly have the overwhelming urge to swim, like not actively, but you just wanna be in the water and have some peace. Blasts you, absorbs your life source, stares, obsessed with those tags, evil core, wizard core, undescribed. Mutual Zeit casually lay my legs over on the couch. My favorite character only acts like an asshole because he's deflecting, covering up his insecurities. You are so boring. He acts like that because he sucks. Worst mythfriker on earth. Affectionate. Stop making excuses for him. Vampire who turns away in disgust form representations of the Holy Cross, but it doesn't actually harm her. She just resents the omnipresence of Christianity in the Western world. I'm going to be sick. Snow White. Can you imagine the kind of content AAA studio could shove into a game if they just decided to make the graphics look like Morrowind? I wonder if in an alternate timeline we could have had any other arbitrary video game trade be the big selling point. Improved graphics is very easy to show in an advertisement, whereas something like story can only be hinted at. It's like this weird mating display kind of thing, where it's impossible to directly show someone your genes, but you can show them how big and beautiful your Kratos is in an attempt to get consumers to buy. Look how handsome and detailed this muscle man is. If he's so beautiful, doesn't that make you think that the rest of the game will be just as lovingly crafted? Of course it's much more complicated than that, but I just took such a huge bong hit and I feel like I'm living inside a dream. You're literally so right, I'm inclined to believe that Barnhit sent you to that timeline for a second. The last 3 digits of your current follow account is the Dewey Decimal Classification subject on which you must immediately give a 15-minute presentation. How would you do? 282 Roman Catholic Church. Help, I'm wheezing. Oh my god, I would fail so badly. Dewey Decimal System. 273. Harris is in church history. Nice. You have the power to end these patterns. This is actually such a powerful image. Future homeowners in France are now looking into straw houses. Did a big bad wolf write this? Oh, looks like the new Minecraft war and killing update is off to a bad start. Gwyneth Paltrow hired a war photographer to shoot her wedding. Literally need this. My wife asking me to take a dance class with her, me not really wanting to, but saying yes, because I love her, and want to support her in her interests, me, 3 classes later. How did they learn to translate languages into other languages? How did they know which words meant what? How did th? English person, points at an apple, apple, French person, non c'est un épon, 800 years of war. Fun fact, there are a lot of rivers in the UK named Avon, because the Romans arrived and asked the Celts what the rivers were called. The Celts answered Avon. Avon is just the Celtic word for river. Fan fact number 2, when Spanish conquistadors landed in the Yucatan Peninsula, they asked the natives what their land was called, and they responded Yucatan. In 2015, it was discovered that in those Mesoamerican languages, Yucatan meant I don't understand what you are saying, wheeze. Workers after COVID, peasants after the Black Death, refusing to work for pre-pandemic conditions. Workers of all eras, unite. Genuinely, this was how feudalism ended in Europe. Post-nut clarity. Coming to my senses. Let me get this straight, you think I do, and therefore, I am. Varieties of clown. Ranked from best to worst. 1. Jester noble, refined, revered ancestor of all modern clowns. 2. Fool similar to a jester, but less commercial, more dedicated to everyday clownery, usually does it for the love of the game rather than success. 3. Regular clown standard, not much else to say. 4. Rodeo clown, brave but brutish, no sense of subtlety or nuance. 5. Mime. Doesn't laugh, untrustworthy, frequently trapping themselves within spaces invisible to non-clowns. Stupid. 6. Anyone who juggles, feel free to add to this, but if you reorder it, I'll kill you with my hands. 7. You. Post cancelled. Nobody is allowed to be mean to me. Wow. Breaded. Blood seeping through the walls of a haunted house is not normal behavior. It's not spooky or entertaining. It's a severe stress response, of which more haunted house owners need to be aware. No one tell God about the cum house. The what? Ick now. The cum house. The haunted house that drips cum from its walls and open sockets. The house with the cum dripping for the haunting. That cum house. I still stand by my stance that the amount of cum in that movie is vastly overstated. However, yes, there is cum dripping from the walls. Little things that make me fall for people. Having a nickname for me, not necessarily a mushy romantic one. Using my name in conversation. Complimenting something I'm not super fond of about myself. Sending me pictures of stuff that reminds you of me. Listening to my music. Recommending music to me. Picking up little phrases I use and starting to use them. My Hot Topic cashier had big buttons that said, "Ask me about my fursona," and submissive on his lanyard, but no name tag because that's just too personal, I guess. The one time I check the URL to see if it's one time I dreamt and it's not. The fact that abandoned children's entertainment building being explored by someone who either does or used to work there in the 1980s is a genre really hits. Uncle Iroh is really smart wise man, and he's always so helpful to Zuko, but he really did him dirty with that hairstyle on his date. Like this is one of the few things that Ira did wrong at DJSKTV. What the heck, Ira? You mean that haircut so painfully, obviously awful that any self-respecting date would immediately ruffle it, thus guaranteeing Zuko the first bit of a friendly touch from someone other than his uncle for more than 3 years. Or the haircut so bad that it will immediately trigger mocking jokes and help break the tension that Zuko is so prone to. Ira wins again. Peisho is a game about palning and taking into account the opponent's potential moves. Yoda's lineage has 2 Sith Lords and a dropout, lol. Don't forget Luke, who stopped the Sith as a direct consequence of not listening to Yoda. Out of touch, am I? No, the Skywalkers it is, who are wrong. Out of touch, am I? Out of my mind I am. Out of my head, when you're not around. HMM.
Howdy folks, I hope that you all enjoyed episode 356 of Top Tumblr Memes. If you did, feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're able to go the extra mile in supporting myself and supporting the channel, feel free to click the join button next to the subscribe button and become a channel member. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you all for all the support I've been getting in the comments, all the likes I've been getting on the videos, and all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it. We are on the road to 14,000 subscribers. That is my goal by the end of the year. We're at like 13,650 somewhere in there. So I'm trying to keep up the momentum, and hopefully by the end of December we'll have 14,000 subscribers. That's my goal. So yeah, I'm trying to think. In terms of themed videos, I believe I have a Pikachu video. I have a bunch of themed ones that I'm working on. Yeah, I got school and stuff going on, so, but I think the next one that'll come out will be another Pikachu compilation. If you all have any suggestions for questions of the day, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. I always look forward I really do need suggestions. Sometimes I do need help. Or you can DM me in the Discord or at me in the Discord or whatever, if you all want to. I do also try to accept all friend requests in the Discord, so yeah. For today's question of the day, I'd like to know what your favorite Thanksgiving food is that is coming up in like 3 weeks basically. So let me know what your favorite Thanksgiving food is. I look forward to reading all of your responses. I hope that you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is for you. And I'll see you all tomorrow with episode 357 of Top Tumblr Memes. Almost to 365. Peace out, guys.